Greetings, Earthlings! I'm Danni Danger, and this is my pull list for November 6th. Happy November! A third issue of Batman Black and White comes out. It will be visually stunning, the plots will be awesome, and I'm particularly looking forward to seeing Denny's? Like the restaurant? Let's try that one more time. I'm particularly looking forward to Paul Dini and Stephanie Rue, because they're doing a story together, right? They better be on the same story. They did Zatanna. It was amazing. Video game fans will love Batman Superman number 5. Toy Master has managed to create a video game that creates life out of the characters that are created in the video game. So if you're like me and your favorite part of the game is creating characters, you'll really love this. Can Bruce and Cal save the world? That's a rhetorical question. Of course they can. They always do. What a giant surprise! Lex Luthor wants to be the center of attention and the best guy ever, so he's going to take out the crime syndicate in Forever Evil number 3. Truthfully, I kind of saw that coming. In a Zero-Year tie-in, we are going to find out more about Ollie once he got off of the island in Jeff Lemire's Green Arrow number 25. Last week, if you didn't see it, I did a review of Green Arrow Year 1, which is the story of Ollie's adventure was actually on the island pre-New 52, so I'm really excited to see Lemire take this story on and his different twists on Arrow and what was happening after he got off the island. They're tying everything into Zero Year, like everything. In Hinterkind number 2, an immortal queen fears for her throne, which is a great reason why immortal queens should probably not have children. Is the Graveyard faction going to be able to take out the movement in issue number 6? I mean, they've been totally changing the image of Coral City, but at the end of the day, aren't they just kids? Can these hired guns actually repress our revolutionaries? Find out. Supes activates the phone tree this week in Superman Unchained number 4. Hey Hal, can you guys come help me out? I really need some help. But when you call Bruce, don't tell him that I asked. Tell him that you're asking on my behalf. Okay, thanks, dude. The solicit for Trillium number 4 says that this week they're going to turn the whole world inside out, because it was totally not inside out when people from the future were falling in love with people from the past and there was all this time travel. That's totally normal, but what's going to happen this week so not normal? I'm grabbing Wild Blue Yonder number 4. This is the first cover that I've gotten of this series so far that doesn't have the dog on it, but it looks like things are getting pretty serious, so I guess I'll forgive it, but in the future, always put puppies on the cover of your comic. From the incredibly talented creator of Girls and the Sword comes Alex and Ada number 1. The story of Alex, a guy who finds himself in possession of an X5 android named Ada. I love stories about realistic androids because there's a lot of potential to talk about, identity, humanity, ownership, and a lot of different philosophical questions like that. I'm behind on East of West, which is crazy because it's kind of like I'm collecting it in the trade, because once the trade came out, for some reason I fell behind. So I'm gonna pick up issue number 7 this week and definitely play catch up. So I'll be less embarrassed with myself when I talk to you guys next. J. Michael Straczynski continues to explore the social ramifications of superheroics in Protectors Inc. number 1. In a world without supervillains, superheroes are practically celebrities, and they are really living the life. That is, until one of them turns up murdered, and there's obviously somebody who they don't know with superpowers running amok, upsetting the balance. That's bad. In Captain Marvel number 17, Carol has to talk to her biggest fan in order to get in touch with her past and who she really is. Have you seen the cover for this? This is like a shout out to all of the Carol Corps everywhere. This issue is for you. I'm pretty excited for Longshot Saves the Marvel Universe number 1. Longshot is one of a few mutants who have the power of luck. One of the mutants with the power of mutants and the mutants and the power with mutants. Luck is always a very interesting power because you have no idea how it's going to manifest itself. It makes for some really, really exciting plot turns. It's Bullets and Brawn this week and Painkiller Jane Price of Freedom number 1, in which Jane, toting many, many guns, escorts the Saudi Arabian princess to safety. Protects her from, people who don't like Saudi Arabian princesses and feel like they should not be around anymore. Jerks. And last but certainly not least, in Mighty Avengers number 3, are we gonna find out who Lisa Frank's Spider Hero is? Because he's kind of my favorite. If you missed it, I call him Lisa Frank Spider Hero because he's kind of like the Lisa Frank color version of Spider-Man, and I love it. Now all he needs is like a rainbow unicorn, maybe a rainbow lion and a rainbow tiger. They can have a thing. So that's what's on my pull list. What's on your pull list? Are you excited? There's a lot of cool stuff coming out this week. Tell me down below in the comments. Be sure to like this video and share it and subscribe to our channel because we talk about comics all of the time, even in our sleep. But we don't film that because that would be weird. A special thanks as always goes out to Austin Books and Comics, this beautiful temple of comic book geekdom. Come here and worship.